Hello and welcome to the author's adventure, and I'm really excited because this is one of my favorite things to support you with, and that is all about brand. Who are you? What is your brand? What does it stand for? And what does it stand against? And today we are going to dive right on in to brand awareness. You don't know what you don't know. So awakening awareness is the first step to change, to transformation, to progress, to all the things that we need to do in order to be the best version of ourselves. So let's dive right on in. So let's get started on our brand awareness. So let's guess the brand. What do you think this brand is? Is there a clue? Maybe it's a colour. Maybe you recognise a shape. These are all important visuals to the branding components and assets that represent who you are. So can you guess this brand yet? One of my favourite, Chanel's. Don't own much of it, but I just like what it stands for. This might be a tricky one. It's a bit tricky for me. I've put it in there because this is about being an international brand. So can you guess from those colours what this brand is? Let's see. Dunkin' Donuts. Not a particularly well-known brand here in the UK, but you know, it's about. But again, that was a bit of a tricky one. Let's see the next one. Guess the brand. Oh, I think that might be a little bit easier. And if it's easier, why is it easy? What is it about it that makes you go, oh, I know that brand, I know that brand. What is it? Is it its colour? Is it its shape? Is it the star? Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's good old Starbucks. There she is. Good, again, another American brand. Guess the brand. Ooh. Does the colour give it away? Is there something about the shape? Is there something about it that you think, I know what this is? Again, this is a brand I like. It is wonderful Mercedes Benz. So did you get that one? I think this might be the last one. Oh, what's this? Is the colour giving it away? There's not much to see, but it might something you recognise. It might be something you use on a daily basis. Let's see. Did you get it right? Ah, it's a little Twitter bird. So, are you good at guessing brands? Does your brand stand out like that? Is your brand identifiable? Is it recognizable? Does the color, the shape, what it stands for? What's it saying about your brand? So this is all about our brand awareness. Oh, there's one more. Oh, come on. I think we'll all get this. It's wonderful Coca-Cola. The colour is so distinctive. It gets ingrained in our brains that we recognise instantly, even the shade of red. Coca-Cola. So what is brand awareness? Well, it's a marketing term that we use, and we need that for our books and our business. It's the recognition of the name. So all those brands that I've just shared with you, we know them very well. It's about what is your perception. Now, I said that about Chanel. I don't own a lot of that brand makeup because that's affordable for me. But in terms of its clothing, its scents are a bit higher price, but again, affordable. But it is a high end brand, you know, with like £7,000 for a jacket. So there we go. I've looked into it. Okay, what is the first brand that comes to your mind? It is one of the most sought after luxury brand in its native as well as international markets. It is specifically popular amongst the women fashion lovers for its collection of handbags having its signature elements and designs. Do you know what that is? Yep, it's Louis Vuitton. So all those little elements that you see that they play about with and put together, they use it on their scarves, just a bit like what I'm doing here. This is part of the element of our logo. So we're using it so that subliminal messages are being given as to when you see this shape, you're going to think of Book Brilliance Publishing. So it's all of those constant messages that you're giving out about you and your brand. It's not too far away from some of Louis Vuitton's, actually. What is this brand? It does not mention the product or service, but instead aims to convey a mindset held by all of those that are part of the company. The company positions themselves as a lifestyle brand that is about much more than just manufacturing popular drinks. What's that? Can you guess? Good old Coca-Cola. So it's about a lifestyle. When you look at all the adverts for Coca-Cola, they're all drinking it, they're young, they're laughing, they're on beaches at Christmas that we've just had. It's definitely the Coca-Cola, the big truck, isn't it? And the Santa cheery face. That's what they're wanting. So another one, it tells the consumer how they think and what they aim to do on a much larger scale than sport clothing and equipment. So it goes beyond the product. Can you think what that is? Of course, it's the Just Do It. It's the Nike or Nike. So what is a TOMA? What is it? It's top of mind awareness. It's when you think of, if I think of coffee, what's the brand that comes to your mind? For me, Costa's my first one. You could be Starbucks. It could be Nero. Maybe it's a brand of a local coffee shop. So what is the top of the mind? It's how high brands rank in your consciousness or the consciousness of the consumer. You know, so if you say what sports equipment, it could be Nike, it could be Adidas, it could be Slazenger, whatever it is. And it's the first brand that comes to mind with a certain niche, a product, or an industry. So if you think of information, you might think of Google, you know. So this is what we're aspiring to with our own brands. It takes time, effort, and of course, investment. Well, actually, investment of time, effort, and money is what I want to say here for that one. 5 types of brand awareness. What are they? Visual. So what you see, so we did a bit of that in the beginning. I'll let you read that. It's a recognition. It's independent of visual symbols, packagings, colours. So a lot of people buy products on their look, but they'll buy a service because it has a certain identity with it as well. So how does that show up? It's part of the top of the mind, which we talked about, the first thing that comes to your mind. It's the brand dominance. What is dominating the market? Now, this is where we're aiming for, to dominate the market as an author, as a brand, as a business, as a personality, whatever it may be for you. So they can recall your brand more than any other brand. So there's a lot of psychology goes into brand. It's the recall, how quickly you can recall that brand associated with it. So we can usually name 1 to 7 brands in a category. So airlines. So you have British Airways, American Airlines, you have Emirates, you have Qantas, you have Virgin, and so forth. So I got 5 quite easily. I need to think a wee bit harder now for the other brands. You've got Norwegian Airline, and you've got you'll have the French Airlines. So within a particular category, you can usually call 1 to 7. So is your brand going to be one of those top 1 to 7? Again, we're moving towards that. And how do you recognize the brand? What is it? So if you look at a bottle of water, if I showed you the shape of Evian water without the branding on it, you would guess it. So shape, color, wording, fonts are all important in brand recognition. Aha. So brand awareness is all about what the mind state your ideal clients enter when they see or hear your company's name, your business name, your book, whatever that may be. Brand recognition versus brand awareness. Let's look at this. So here we have Dunkin' Donuts. And here we have Louis Vuitton. So it's the extent to which a consumer can correctly identify your brand based on visual indicators, such as logo and colours, as we just saw in our Dunkin' Donut. But if you look to Louis Vuitton, the brand recognition is a further step. It takes them further. It's about recall, not only the name of the business, but what's the feeling that that business gives you? What's the feeling those products or services give you? What information is it saying behind the brand? So recognition, colours, but brand awareness, what does it stand for? The benefits of making sure your brand's there. Customer recognition. Customer loyalty, they come back time and time again. Here at BBP, we have clients who come back time and time again, which is great for us. We're doing something right. Are you credible? Are you believable? Do you do what it says on the tin? Does it give people confidence? Is your confidence contagious? Is it catching? Are you consistent at what you do? Are you consistent in how you show up? Are you consistent in what you say and how you're portrayed? Is there consistency there? That's the key. And what's the equity? What value are you giving? Are you giving added value? Are you giving more value? And that's where we want to be aiming. And we attract talents and clients to us to help us grow our business. And those people share values. So the authors at BBP share our values of integrity, collaboration, reliability. So how are we going to increase it? It's about exposure. So that's visibility. Be visible. It is the number one thing. You have to be visible. People need to know who you are. You need to connect with your consumers through, or connect with your clients, whatever word you want to use. You have to connect with them, touch their heartstrings. Is your copy connecting with them? Are you showing up? Are you connecting with them? Are you engaging with them, maybe through email marketing on a regular basis? Create the impact. What's your message saying? What's your brand message saying? Is it making a difference? Is it impacting the hearts, minds of your potential readers and clients? So the key is to be consistent so that you can strengthen your image in the eyes of your audience with every single encounter. That is what brand awareness is all about. So thank you. So what you will see in school is that we've got this video to help you understand. You might come back and listen to little bits time and time again. There's always a learning sheet and a play sheet, so you can get all this information as a PDF that I've just shared with you, just to prompt you and remind you. And then you need to answer the deep questions so that you can begin to understand. We need to get it clear in our head. And once you've got clarity and you begin to understand in your head, you can begin to feel into the brand that you are. What are you representing? What's your identity and personality? All of these things we're going to find out in the next video. There's quite a few videos in this series. I think it's about 7. So there's a lot to the brand. And of course, the branding that represents you as a brand. But we have to get our brand right. And we started with values. So that's been a good place to start. So what's your takeaway about brand awareness today? Whatever that is, start applying it to you and your brand. And I'll see you in the next video. So until then, remember to share your learning in the group, to get a discussion going, and to give feedback and encouragement always, and do it with love. So until the next time, this is Brenda saying, be brilliant, much love, and To the pip.